We don't need to test the audio. Yeah, the other chair. See the other chair. Can you see the other chair? That one chair is Are you the lead come now, sir? Let's start. Good morning and welcome to the Garden City of Port Harcourt, where we're live from the Adokia Miesimaka Stadium for the opening match of the 2025 and 2026 NWFL Premiership Super 6. Of course, for some months now, teams across the country battled for the rights to be here, and right now, the regular season is behind us and the business end of the campaign begins right now. 6 teams remain. 1 trophy is up for grabs, and the race for the crown starts this morning. And fittingly, we begin with 2 of the league's most respected sides. EDO Queens, champions just 2 seasons ago and continental representatives on the African stage. They take on NASARAWA Amazon side, whose history and consistency have made them one of the most competitive clubs in Nigerian women's football. They have already taken to the pitch. EDO Queens on their traditional yellow on yellow colors and NASARAWA Amazon's white on white. Of course, exchanging pleasantries right there. My name is Nengiana Sedemola, and it's about to be an interesting 90 minutes of play here at the Adokia Miesimaka Stadium. And I have with me Dorcas Koki joining me in the commentary box. Dorcas, a warm welcome to you.
Well, welcome to you as well, Nengi. It's a fantastic day to talk about women's football today because the creme de la cremes of women's football in the country, we're going head to head against each other. We have Edo, we have Bayelsa Rivers, who are the holders, NASARAWA Amazon, even FC Queens, who makes a return after what? A 5-year hiatus from the Super 6, as well as Abiring as well making their debut in the tournament. So I mean, this is where football lives in Port Harcourt. There's a few couple of weeks, so come out here and see what those girls can do.
Well, of course, there is always something special about the first game of a tournament. I mean, the anticipation, the expectations, the belief that this could be the year, Dorcas, for EDO Queens and NASARAWA Amazons. That journey begins right now, right here. A lot of expectations, but quickly, let's take you through the lineup for both teams because it's about to be a movie and the cast are all selected here. And these are the girls trusted by Moses Aduku to enact this script, this Super 6. In post for EDO Queens is Doris Ohia. At the back we have Deborah Odagbe, who captains the side. Uroko Valentina is also present. She's also known as the Bull, very strong in the defense line for EDO Queens throughout the season. We have Oguchi, Chidima, Essie and Marilyn. And of course the team who would control the middle of the pack. The Fireman Fisheries, Saida Tadebi and Inyang Esther. Up front we have Moses Choma, Tume Bosu and additional Tuminino. And over to NASARAWA United. Unachuku Doka is in post for them. And of course the likes of Jones, Imo, Nkom, Alani Jumoke, Ibokwe Joy, Abdul Wahab Farid, Adelji Esther, Oka Adobe Judith, Ayatse Hembafan, Odo Bibiana, Omoyi Ayomi, and Oyekachi Deborah. EDO Queens players are up. And of course, it's a ritual for them to always clap their hands for their supporters club who has come all the way from Edo State. NASARAWA Amazons will definitely want to preserve this memory by taking a snapshot first. Dorcas, like I stated earlier on, of course, this kind of a game, the first game for the NWFL Super 6, it always comes with expectations. It always comes with, it is always thrilling, for both sides of the team, because in their minds they're saying this might be the year that we go again and we might be able to grab the trophy.
After losing out last year, where they were kind of the favourites until losing to, I think, Rivers or Bayosa, before losing to EDO as well. They were the favourites, like you said. This is the season where they would have to come back and try to ask questions again. They will try to come back with Christopher Danjuma, who I know is experienced when it comes to his job. He's done it with the national team, the Super Falcons a couple of times, and here he is with NASARAWA Amazons. They've always had near success syndrome. So this season, I'd like to think that they would want to push themselves even further to get this crown. But can they, when you have oppositions like EDO, like Rivers and Bayosa, who are also here trying to jostle to win this one crown, this one prestigious crown that could take them to the continent?
Well, of course, we are on the way at the Adokia Mesimaka Stadium with EDO Queens getting us on the way here. Play has begun. And I can tell you for sure that over their last 3 meetings, talking about EDO Queens and NASARAWA Amazons, over their last 3 meetings across the league and Super 6 action, only 3 goals have been scored in total. Of course, that tells you everything about how competitive and closely matched these two sides have become in recent years. Last season, they were both in Group A. EDO Queens edged the first leg at home 2-0 against NASARAWA Amazons, and NASARAWA Amazons replied right back at home 1-0 with a 1-0 win against EDO Queens. And taking it further to the Super 6 last season, they met and it was a goalless draw on match day 5. And right now they are beginning the NWFL Super 6. The 2025 and 2026 season is the first free kick. Kafaya takes that, slips. It wasn't able to be fully in control with the body there. Kafayat would intercept quickly, and it is out. Kafayat has been a standout player for EDO Queens this season. Of course, she definitely has a name on the scorer sheet for EDO Queens. Scoring 1 goal this campaign, and that came against Heartland Queens this season. Dorcas, it's already early on in this game, and we have seen some set piece already, most especially to the EDO Queens side.
Well, EDO Queens have started the game on fire. They look like the better side so far. NASARAWA are trying to soak in as much pressure as possible and force the game to EDO. But EDO know exactly what is at stake here. They have forced the game. They started quite brilliantly so far. So they would have to now take their chances with the fire starts that they've had, and NASARAWA will ensure that they keep their back line as tight as possible to be able to keep EDO at bay.
Exactly. A crossfire into the bar. And of course, Nachuku Doka would quickly come out to take that ball back in play. NASARAWA Amazons. Oyekachi there. And that would get back to Abdul Wahab. She takes it forward. Ogbuchi would do herself well to clear her lines. That ball meets with Jones Ima Umfong, who pushes it back, but it goes out. Deborah Ojagbe, captain of the side at EDO Queens, will take this throw in once more. Say that Adebi would chest that, but she's duly intercepted there by Jones, who definitely would take this throw in for NASARAWA Amazons. She does that, meets the header of Oka Adobe, but they have been quickly dispossessed of the ball. Abdul Wahab is well rounded to guard her lines there because Atume Dosu was making a chase. Ball out of play. And the referee will test that to see if it's quite alright. Talking about the ball. The throwing is taken back in. That's right, Amazons. A long cross. Valentina Oroko heads that back. Esther Moses. But this goes back to NASARAWA Amazons. Well, of course, that pass was not so clear from Ayatsi Hembathan. But then again, this is chance! Oh! Right into the arms of Doris Oya. Well played there, Dorcas. And if not for the sides of the defensive line for Edo Queens and Doris Oya, who was rightly active at that point, that would have maybe been the first goal we've witnessed here.
I didn't talk about Edo Queen starting Presley, but somehow NASARAWA have gotten themselves into the game. They're trying to control as much as possible. They are trying to ensure that they get themselves in the game, and that they have done. But unfortunately, that chance they had earlier wasn't good enough.
Exactly, and we had just a very bright run-up and build-up from Edo Queens just now, coming in from Moses Esther from the right flank, trying to connect with Atume Dosu there, but that just didn't work out. They were intercepted there. Quite all right, and NASARAWA Amazons will have the ball back, and in the middle of the pack, a fire Mafishere would say no. That is my ground. Gets it forward. NASARAWA Amazons were able to at least get it there.
You did talk about Kafayat being a solid defensive midfielder there for Edo Queens this season. She's been really, really solid for them, and she's showing her quality again in the Super 6. I do know how strong she is. I do know that players are going to find it difficult to get past her, especially, but they would have to find a way around her because Edo Queens, they know who she is. They know what they can use her for, but the other teams would have to ensure that they get that strategy to be able to unlock or just keep her tight in a way that she wouldn't be able to whip passes or even dispossess them off the ball.
Well, exactly, rightly said, Dorcas, because Edo Queens are quite dangerous. They don't rely on just one player in their team when it comes to trying to get goals this season. Moses says like quick tap to Deborah Otiagbe. Well, she gets that tackle there, but she's quite all right. Well, looking at how they have done this season for Edo Queens, they finished the regular season with one of the league's strongest defensive records, conceding just 11 goals in 16 matches. That's less than 1 goal per game. Well, Kafaya would stand behind the ball once again to take this free kick. Hopefully she doesn't slip. Oh, she delivers that, gives it into the box. But NASARAWA Amazons clearly will try as much as possible to get the ball out. Esther Moses misses there to grip that pass. And this would be a throw-in for Edo Queens. Deborah Otiagbe always on duty for that for Edo Queens. NASARAWA Amazons clears quickly. NASARAWA Amazons, they try to keep this one with them. Oh, that goes out. Coach Shea, the assistant coach of the NASARAWA Amazons, it's been sighted on the sidelines alongside Christopher Danjuma, who will be giving these girls instructions. Adobe there trying to gather herself and make it past the markers, but that wasn't possible. And this would be advantage to NASARAWA Amazons, with Jones ready to take that throw in into the half of Edo Queens. Edo Queens seems to be on guard here. meets the head of Adobe. Moses Esther would catch it quickly, get it to the middle of the back. Atume Dosu there. Esther Inyang also in the mix. Moses gets that back to Odiagbe. Odiagbe looks for a way, gets it to Moses. Saida there. She passes it straight to Moses. That's already out. But with 24 goals scored during the regular season, Edo Queens have averaged 1.5 goals per match, proving that they have the firepower to trouble any defense. Will that be it now? NASARAWA Amazons there! Oh my goodness! And the referee says that's not a goal. It didn't cross the line. Dorcas, what did we just witness? I didn't see that coming.
It's the fact that for NASARAWA Amazons, whenever they have the ball, they're dangerous on the attack, and they've had two clear chances now. The first one was also dealt with by the goalkeeper for Edo Ohia, who also had to collect that one to safety. And this time, she also rushed back in. In fact, the ball was heightened, and then she was out of her post, and the ball was going. In the next thing we saw, she was already there. Ohia was already there, and kept to safety. Her body was inside the post, but then had to stretch out her hands to ensure that the ball doesn't get into the back of the net. And the referee saw that and called that obviously not a goal. So you could see NASARAWA can be very dangerous on the attack, and that is what the Queens need to be wary of and keep them at bay. They've had two clear-cut chances now. If they can get one, they could probably get the first goal of this game, but they would have to be careful.
Exactly right, Dorcas, because so far, so good. 10 minutes into this encounter, and we see that the rhythm of the game is already changing, and it is going towards NASARAWA Amazons. A long cross there. The NASARAWA Amazons, that would still fall back to NASARAWA Amazons. The Queens will need to tighten up in that part, but NASARAWA Amazons are beginning to have their way. Beginning to have their way there. Omoyi, but Deborah Ojabe will closely mark her, and that will be out.
He would have quite a lot to say to his girls, because what he's seeing now is something that he would probably not have expected to happen.
Well, of course, any day, anytime, this game is expected to be very, very competitive. You have Moses Adeku there already wiping his face. I mean, it's such a pressure there, so much.
And it's not hot yet.
The sun is just beginning to shine out after a heavy downpour right in the city of Port Harcourt yesterday. And of course, a throw in here would be taken by Jones. NASARAWA Amazons would hit that rightly, but all right, it goes out. Well, it is still in the half of Edo Queens. So far, for a few seconds now, we've seen there. It is going to be a corner kick for NASARAWA Amazons. Well, a potential one if you ask me, of course, because they have threatened so much in a few minutes time now. Doris Oya definitely has to be active for her side at Edo Queens. And the defensive line also would need to communicate well for Edo Queens if they do not want to concede early on in this game. That will be delivered slowly with a pass. And across into the box. Marian Essen would head that out and say that Adebi, a very strong midfielder there for Edo Queens, would get that. Atume Dosu gets it back to the captain of the side. Ojabe would signal them to calm down. Kafayat tries to connect to Ojabe, but that is misused there. Oguchi would try to make sure that it doesn't go past her. Okay. And of course, she does that. It is a 3-in-1 right here. With both sides rising up to the occasion already. The NASARAWA Amazons in Group B this season finished second with 32 points, winning 9 games, drawing 5 and losing 4. scored 22 goals and conceded 12. While Edo Queens scored 24 goals, conceding just 11 goals. Well, one thing for sure, Dockers, is that we've not seen enough aerial balls for Edo Queens, because that's exactly one thing that they feed on, and they have been feeding on throughout the season, because they would also like to connect to Atume Dosu, who is very good with those aerial balls, getting most of her goals from headers this season. They haven't seen much of that. Everything is on ground play. Moses Esther with the run right there across. Is there anybody to connect? Well, of course, additional Tumilino getting there quite late. With the defensive line clearing things up for National Amazons. A long one comes in. And Atume Dosu is down. I think clashing with Unachuku Udoka, goalkeeper of Nasarawa Amazons, while she tried to head the ball. Medical personnel will need to rush in to attend to her. Dorcas Atume Dosu, the star player for Edo Queens, currently the highest goal scorer for the NWFL, the regular season. She had 12 goals. Do you think she's going to continue in that stride for the Super 6, and of course maybe getting the MVP award for this season?
Well, like you said, rightfully, she has done well in the regular season, getting 12 goals already to her name and helping her club, finish second just behind Biosa Queens in the Group A of the regular season. So that's how massive she can be for them this season. There have been some times where she had goal drought here and there, but it hasn't lasted for long, and she wants to continue that stride here against Nasarawa Amazons. That's why it's very difficult not to crack. They didn't play them in the regular season because we're in two different groups, so this is like practically playing a team that you haven't met so far this season, a new opponent that you have to be wary of, and that's what Edo Queens are actually experiencing today, because we've seen that Nasarawa Amazons can be very, very dangerous on the attack, and so we'll have to ensure that they keep them at bay and get those crosses, those passes right to Dosu, who we know can get those goals. She's built, she's bucked up, she knows how to force defenders to herself, she knows how to hold up play, so all of that will be of advantage to Edo Queens if only they can get the ball across to her.
Well, we'll see about that, if Edo Queens would want to switch and of course get things rightly done with good passes, communication there. Esther Young. Ogbuchi would need to calmly send that to Doris Oye. Throws that out. And this would be a throw in for Nasarawa Amazons. Jones once again on duty for it. She delivers that. Edo Queens there. Oh my goodness! You can see that. Ayatsi Hembafan wanted to dribble away into the box properly, but Edo Queens at last successfully clears it out with Moses Esther doing her thing in the middle. Young Esther will try to calm down and give a correct pass to say that Adebi. It's down to Deborah Odiagbe. She lifts that swiftly, trying to connect to Moses Esther, but Esther sleeps. And you can see her expression. She's really disappointed in herself. I mean, why didn't she get that?
It's back-to-back sleeps now for Edo. One was about Mafishery, and now we're getting Moses also sleeping as well. But I'm sure that you can see the anger, like you said, she expressed that anger because she knew that she should have done better with the ball. But you can fault her as well. Probably the pitch is still not dry as much as it should be yet, and they're just trying to get used to the surface as much as possible. But I'm sure they will get it right. It's just, like I said, they're playing against a team that they haven't played the entire season, so it should take them a while to try to, get the better of them. But yet again, Edo Queens do have themselves another free kick. You talk about aerial balls, and maybe this is the time where they could use those aerial balls to their advantage.
Of course, a free kick in an appetizing position for Edo Queens. Kafaya behind the ball. Also, Adesina Tuminino. Adesina scored a hat-trick in the last FA Cup games that was played by Edo Queens against Delta Queens. Let's see who delivers it this time for Edo Queens. Oh, there it goes. Adesina Tuminino sent across into the box. NASARAWA Amazons really clears that out. Say that Adebi would pass that to. Say that there with the skills. Passes that, but somehow they are dispossessed. Of course, center ref Omotayo Tosin has made one major call already.
pretty level between these two sides. They have showcased that they have the quality in their ranks to be able to force each other in the game And so far, in the first 24 minutes so far, we've seen end-to-end opportunities, and the better chances have gone to NASARAWA. You have to give them that. They've had two really clear chances to have lead this game, to have led the game, but somehow you have to give credit to Ohia, who have ensured that she has kept Edo in the game so far. But this is what we love to see: the quality of both sides and the players showcasing their abilities, and the coaches, of course, their tactical prowess in the game. And I hope to get to see more from the two sides, because I do know that with Moses Aduku as well as Kuswadan Juma, there is still much more that we can see from their sides.
Rightly stated there, Dorcas. Nasarawa Amazons survived one of the toughest qualification races this season in Group B. It would be very easy for you to predict the top three for Group A this season, of course, and that came out to play Edo Queens, Rivers, and Bayelsa Queens, who are the defending champion. But for Group B, it was really 33 minutes gone in this encounter. It is still goalless here at the Adokia Mesamaka Stadium. It is between Edo Queens and Nasarawa Amazons. Odoko Valentina would guide the ball very well down to Doris Oya, who launches it forward. Moses heads that, but this would simply get into the hands of Unachuku Udoka, goalkeeper of Nasarawa Amazons.
Well, so far so good. I think that it's been an entertaining clash. Yes, we haven't seen any goals yet to report, but it's been really entertaining. We've seen the two sides go head to head, but somehow, ever since Nasarawa Amazons really a good chance in the first half so far, we haven't seen any other. Edo Queens haven't had a good chance. They haven't even. I don't think they have a shot on target so far in this game. So that's what I think Musa Doku will have to talk to his girls about. We are just about 35 minutes into the game, and they still have plenty more minutes to go, and they would have to ensure that they get the job done by taking those crosses in. Talk about aerial balls. They need that. They need to do more of that. They need to send the crosses to find those two. They need to give Moses as much chances as possible. Spread out the ball, and before they know it, they could get something out of it.
Well, Nasarawa Amazons trying right here to get something out of their own free kick. Nasarawa Amazons, young Esther would block that. Atumedosu sends that forward. Pacey Moses Esther would get it. Oh my goodness, and she goes. And it's the first goal. Oh, I think the referee already signaled there, and she would give a yellow card to Moses Esther. The first yellow card of this game.
Yeah, she did handle the ball.
Yeah.
And that the referee has given. I thought the referee gave it as a goal initially, but I thought she looked at our assistant Olive Njoko and decided, okay, that's handball, and she would obviously give Mary Esther Moses
yeah.
the first yellow card of the game so far. I almost forgot that there was a yellow card in the game because she hasn't brandished it. But then again, you can't fault her because we haven't seen those back tackles so far in the game. It's been very clean from the two sides. They've kept it really neat, and I hope it remains that way because we don't want to see injuries that could threaten anybody's life or careers.
Of course, another major call from the center referee, Omotayo Tosin, keeping things still goalless here between both sides. Well, what a chance there for Edo Queens. It would have been really interesting for them to have gotten that goal, but of course it's a no-no. A scramble there. Edo Queens still in possession. Adesina Tominino tries to see who she can pass to, but she's handled well by Ibokwe Joy to make sure that she caught that supply from Edo Queens. But this would be an advantage to Edo Queens with another free kick here. Kafayat Mafishere would stand by for duty for that. Hopefully this time she can be able to give a good cross that would find and connect to a teammate right in the box to see if they can find the back of the net. Well, Kafayat has given so much assist this season from set piece for Edo Queens. Hopefully she can increase that tally in the Super 6, straight well above the crossbar. She has delivered that.
I think they're pretty wasteful with their set pieces that they've had.
Exactly.
Their free kicks, they've had about 3 of them, if not more than that, but then they haven't used it to the advantage. They fluffed it over the net a couple of times, and we talked about getting those balls across to the defenders, those true passes, those deep crosses, but they haven't been accurate. And I'm sure that for Coach Moses Abdul, he'll be worried about what he's seen from his players so far.
Well, that's why he's going to have the halftime talk with his team. You can see him signaling them and, of course, giving them a thumbs up. Of course, that cross from Additional to Menino that got just whiskers wide away from the post there. Oh, quite a pretty effort there. I mean, Dorcas, perhaps they would want to change who takes the set piece, most especially the free kick for them. Would you think that would maybe want to help them at this point?
Maybe not changing, but having a tactics to it, having a strategy to it. Instead of wanting to go for goal, try to make it as a cross, a header, so your teammate to be able to send a header across or put the ball into the back of the net. That could suffice. But I think they've been perfectly delivered corners. Kafaya Makishere is good on the dead balls. She's really good. So there just needs to be a strategy, and that's what I think most of people would have to talk to them about to ensure that they get the right strategy to get the ball into the back of the net.
Exactly. And one thing they are really good at, of course, is corner kicks, but we haven't seen much of those corner kicks for Edo Queens in this particular game. Corner kicks, of course, it really does well for them, but let's see how it goes. Advantage to Nasarawa Amazons. Behind the ball is Omoyi, Ayomi, and Ayati Hembafan. And of course, Alani Jumoke would be pairing with Omoyi, Ayomi to take this free kick. Let's see how strategic they can be with this to get themselves a potential goal, because this is appetizing to see. We just talked about strategy and how Edo Queens is not using that, exploring that fully to their capacity, fully to themselves for their set piece, most especially for the free kick. Let's see if Nasarawa Amazons can make use of theirs. And she delivers! Quite close! Talkers! I think they've had more precision with the ball than Edo Queens.
Yes, they have been more precise with the ball. Like I said, they are very dangerous on the attack whenever they have a set piece, which is what they have just had.
Oh, yes.
And it was totally delivered. It was just inches above the goalpost.
Exactly.
But that was almost good. And all here, due to force, have a hand to it. But somehow you will say that this is the best we've seen. We've seen the best games played and chances from Nasarawa Amazons. Edo, like I said, would have to ensure that they are precise. They know what they do. Edo Queens have had more possession in the game, but they haven't used it to their advantage, and that seems to be their major issue.
Exactly. So Udoka launches that. Ian will jump to head that side at Adebi. An up ball there, trying to connect with Moses Esther. Who will be careful right there too. You have Moses Esther body to body there with Omoyi. Finally, the ball is out of their hands. Oguchi sends it across. Atume Dosu, a header there into the box. Saidat almost trying to see how she can be balanced enough to get possession of that ball. But of course, Jones Ima Umfan will make it difficult. Quick throw in, Odiagbe, Kafayet. Oguchi sending it across to the left flank where Additional to Menino is there. And she would have a marker closely behind her. Goes out already.
I haven't even talked more really about Jones Imo. I think that she's been fantastic defensively for Nasarawa Amazon. She's really kept Esther Moses at bay. Whenever Esther Moses has the ball, she's always there trying to force her, trying to dispossess her, trying to ensure that she keeps her lines really tight and in favor of Nasarawa Amazon. So I think, she's been really good, Jones, for Imo Ufong for Nasarawa Amazons. And she's also another good defender for them this season.
Exactly. Of course, they know that the team that are playing Edo Queens as well is really good on attack. So they have to be on standby and actively active. Well, I think this time around it's a change of strategy, yeah, for Edo Queens with Uroko Valentina, the very strong defensive player, trying to take this one into the box. Missed with the head out the defensive line for Nasarawa Amazons, who pushes it out. Marilyn Essien send that to Oguchi. Connects it to Moses Esther. Dribbles and marker there. Tries to get the ball. Say that Adebiyi would want to connect, but no, that's not it. Adeoji Etta will send it back. Nasarawa Amazons currently in possession of the ball. Oyekachi Deborah. Oyekachi Deborah trying to see how best she can connect. Captain of the side, Ayatse Hembafan. She tries to get into the box, but the header there, Okushi clears it, and it's still another strike. They're not yet safe, talking about the Edo Queens. But that finally rolls out. Dorcas Nasarawa Amazons strategy, precision, what other words would be there to add to this?
I mean, we cannot talk more about them because, like I said, they have been the better side on the attack. They've been the most dangerous side on the attack, and Edo Queens have had troubles keeping their attackers at bay.
Yeah.
But my problem with the Hebefan, she was in a hurry to deliver that cross. I thought a little bit more driving into the area would have been able to send the perfect cross into the box, but that was apparently not the issue.
And then a corner with a pass there. She sends it straight into the arms of Doris Oye, who gathers that with confidence because she did see it coming. Ayatse Hembafan once again. Very strong for her side. Ayatse definitely has 5 goals for Nasarawa Amazons this season. She scored against Delta, Remo, FC Robo Queens, Confluence Queens, and Robo Queens. 5 goals to her name this season for Nasarawa Amazons. Additional time, 2 minutes. 2 minutes is also always a long time. Nasarawa Amazons will try to advance, but the combination of Deborah Odiagbe and Uroko Valentina would send them packing out. But they're still back in, not resting on their arse. Oka Adeobi gets that to Jones. Jones will send it in. It somehow falls into the hands of Omoyi, who doesn't get balanced enough to get that shot that she wanted to try.
Well, these two sides are really very eager to want to, seize those early control in this fixture, but somehow both of them haven't been able to get that. Nasarawa have had the clear-cut chances. Unfortunately, they haven't exactly changed what the score looks like on the scoreboard.
So that means that, the same, even if Edo Queens have not gotten those clear-cut chances, I mean, you have clear-cut chances.
And you
Why?
yeah,
exactly.
Make use of it. So that will be another worry for Christopher Danjuma, because you're playing against a team like Edo Queens, and you've had chances. Unfortunately, you haven't used them to your advantage. Then that seems to be a problem. So I think that's what we will talk to the girls after the first half of recent blows by the central referee. More time.
Esther Moses, another chance there. Can she make use of it? Oh, that was a good try from Esther Moses there. She's always been known to be very strong. I tell you, her stamina is something else. But look at her stature. You wouldn't even imagine that. But then, of course, she can take out 2 people at once. She really tried there with that effort, but the ball got out of play there. And it's a corner kick. Additional Timinino will be standing by. She's really good with it. I tell you, Dorcas. But let's see how this goes, if this would be one of the potentials for this game for Edo Queens, because they have also scored quite some goals from corner kicks this season. Talking about Edo Queens, she delivers it. Atume Dosu! Nearly! A near one there. And it is halftime. Dorcas, halftime right here at the Adokia Miasimaka Stadium. What a thrilling first half we have just witnessed, with both sides still balancing this game out. Neither of the sides have been able to score a goal. Nasarawa Amazons came back into the game just at the opening minutes, when we thought that Edo Queens were actually the ones who might actually get much more rhythm in this game. Nasarawa Amazons managed to find their way back into the game. They've had clear-cut chances, like you have also stated, Dorcas, but none of the sides still have been able to find the back of the net. And if you look at the very last corner kick for Edo Queens, you see that nearly again, and it's been happening for both sides. Dorcas,
I think the last kick of the game, did we see Edo Queens get their only really clear-cut chance in the game with that header for Atume Dosu. But unfortunately, she didn't connect properly with things to direct it to the goal as much as they would like. But that's their best chance in the game. But then again, it's left for them to come back like they have earned it the first 45 minutes and continue the onslaught in the defense of Nasarawa Amazons, who I think have been pretty solid defensively and on the attack.
And of course, we actually talked about corner kicks for Edo Queens, how they have been able to make use of that, and they have not been able to get a handful of that in this game. But finally, they got one, and you could see how they wanted, they were eager to, want to make use of it. But Atume Dosu, of course, that one went, slightly beside the post there. But like you said, we still have 45 minutes of this game again, and I did see that towards the end of the first 45 minutes, Moses Aduko was trying to warm up some players to come onwards, but that didn't, he just had to calm down there. And of course, halftime now at the Adokia Miasimaka Stadium. It is Edo Queens 0, Nasarawa Amazons 0.
The stage is set for the Potaka 2026 NWFL Premiership Super 6 as 6 of Nigeria's finest women's football clubs battle for the league crown and a CAF Women's Champions League ticket. The defending champions remain one of the strongest forces in Nigerian women's football. Bayelsa Queens topped Group A with consistency, discipline and attacking efficiency throughout the regular season. Known for their physical style, tactical organization, and big game mentality, they entered the Super 6 as one of the favorites to retain the title. Their experience in continental football could prove decisive. A prominent and consistent team as far as the playoff is concerned, the Prosperity Girls have won the title twice in the last 6 seasons, 2022 and 2025. Apart from 2021, when the team finished in 5th position, they have earned top 3 placement at the last 4 Super 6 playoffs as they search for their 7th title and quest to become the first team to retain the title since 2021. The host and one of the most decorated clubs in NWFL history, Rivers Angels, bring pedigree and championship experience into the Super 6. The Port Harcourt side combined attacking firepower with defensive solidity during the regular season. Their ability to handle pressure situations makes them perennial contenders whenever silverware is at stake. Another regular playoffs team, they became the first Nigerian team to play continental football after winning the 2021 title, featuring in the WAFL B and CAF Women's Champions League. Apart from 2025 4th position, Rivers Angels always finish in the top 3 at the end of playoffs since 2021. Tosan Blankson's side hope to win their 8th title, equaling Pelican Stars' feat. Robo Queens emerged as one of the revelations of the campaign after finishing strongly in Group B. The Lagos-based side impressed with their youthful energy, technical quality and excellent home form. With several exciting young talents influencing games, Robo Queens have shown that they can compete with the traditional heavyweights. The Lagos Land Ladies is making a return to the Super 6 for the first time since 2023. Their best finish in the last 5 Super 6 tournaments was a third-place spot in 2021. Emmanuel Osaho's side will dream of winning their maiden league title here. NASARAWA Amazons once again demonstrated why they are among Nigeria's elite women's club. Last season's runners-up relied on resilience and experience to secure qualification. Their balanced squad, winning mentality, and ability to recover from difficult situations makes them dangerous opponents for any team in the Super 6. Apart from 4th place finish in 2023, the Solid Babes have been a competitive force at the Super 6 with 2nd place finishes in 2022 and 2025 respectively, narrowly missing out on the title last year. Triumph in Port Harcourt equals the Northern side's 3rd league title. Abia Angels are enjoying a historic breakthrough campaign after qualifying for their first ever Super 6. The Umuahia-based side builds their success on consistency, teamwork, and disciplined performances across the season. As debutants at this stage, they could become the tournament surprise package. They aim to win their maiden league title in their first ever playoffs appearance. EDO Queens, the former league champions, return to the Super 6 with strong ambitions of reclaiming the title. EDO Queens possess a blend of experienced stars and emerging talents capable of troubling any opposition. Their organized defensive structure and swift attacking transitions remain key strengths heading into the championship playoffs. The Benin City-based side won their maiden league title in 2024, their best finish in the tournament, representing the country well on the continental stage. They had a third-place finish last year after abysmal performance in 2021, 2022, and 2023. The Super 6 promises intense competition as tradition, ambition, and emerging powerhouses collide in the race for the 2025 and 2026 NWFL Premiership crown. The stage is set for the Port Harcourt 2026 NWFL Premiership Super 6 as 6 of Nigeria's finest women's football clubs battle for the league crown and a CAF Women's Champions League tickets. The defending champions remain one of the strongest forces in Nigerian women's football. Bayelsa Queens topped Group A with consistency, discipline, and attacking efficiency throughout the regular season. Known for their physical style, tactical organization, and big game mentality, they enter the Super 6 as one of the favorites to retain the title. Their experience in continental football could prove decisive. A prominent and consistent team as far as the playoff is concerned, the Prosperity Girls have won the title twice in the last 6 seasons, 2022 and 2025. Apart from 2021, when the team finished in 5th position, they have earned top 3 placement at the last 4 Super 6 playoffs as they search for their 7th title and quest to become the first team to retain the title since 2021. The host and one of the most decorated clubs in NWFL history, Rivers Angels, bring pedigree and championship experience into the Super 6. The Port Harcourt side combined attacking firepower with defensive solidity during the regular season. Their ability to handle pressure situations makes them perennial contenders whenever silverware is at stake. Another regular playoffs team, They became the first Nigerian team to play continental football after winning the 2021 title, featuring in the WAFL B and CAF Women's Champions League. Apart from 2025 fourth position, Rivers Angels always finish in the top three at the end of playoffs since 2021. Tulsa Blackson's side hope to win their 8th title, equaling Pelican Stars' feat. Robo Queens emerged as one of the revelations of the campaign after finishing strongly in Group B. The Lagos-based side impressed with their youthful energy, technical quality, and excellent home form. With several exciting young talents influencing games, Robo Queens have shown that they can compete with the traditional heavyweights. The Lagos Landladies is making a return to the Super 6 for the first time since 2023. Their best finish in the last 5 Super 6 tournaments was a 3rd place spot in 2021. Emmanuel Osaho's side will dream of winning their maiden league title here. NASARAWA Amazons once again demonstrated why they are among Nigeria's elite women's club. Last season's runners-up relied on resilience and experience to secure qualification. Their balanced squad, winning mentality, and ability to recover from difficult situations makes them dangerous opponents for any team in the Super 6. Apart from 4th place finish in 2023, the Solid Babes have been a competitive force at the Super 6 with 2nd place finishes in 2022 and 2025 respectively, narrowly missing out on the title last year. Triumph in Port Harcourt equals the Northern side's 3rd league title. Abia Angels are enjoying a historic breakthrough campaign after qualifying for their first ever Super 6. The Umuahia-based side builds their success on consistency, teamwork, and disciplined performances across the season. As debutants at this stage, they could become the tournament's surprise package. They aim to win their maiden league title in their first ever playoffs appearance. EDO Queens, the former league champions, returned to the Super 6 with strong ambitions of reclaiming the title. EDO Queens possess a blend of experienced stars and emerging talents capable of troubling any opposition. Their organized defensive structure and swift attacking transitions remain key strengths heading into the championship playoffs. The Benin City-based side won their maiden league title in 2024, their best finish in the tournament, representing the country well on the continental stage. They had a 3rd place finish last year after abysmal performance in 2021, 2022, and 2023. The Super 6 promises intense competition as tradition, ambition, and emerging powerhouses collide in the race for the 2025 and 2026 NWFL Premiership crown. The stage is set for the Port Harcourt 2026 NWFL Premiership Super 6 as 6 of Nigeria's finest women's football clubs battle for the league crown and a CAF Women's Champions League ticket. The defending champions remain one of the strongest forces in Nigerian women's football. Bayelsa Queens topped Group A with consistency, discipline, and attacking efficiency throughout the regular season. Known for their physical style, tactical organization, and big game mentality, they entered the Super 6 as one of the favorites to retain the title. Their experience in continental football could prove decisive. A prominent and consistent team as far as the playoff is concerned, the Prosperity Girls have won the title twice in the last 6 seasons, 2022 and 2025. Apart from 2021, when the team finished in 5th position, they have earned top 3 placement at the last 4 Super 6 playoffs as they search for their 7th title and quest to become the first team to retain the title since 2021. The host and one of the most decorated clubs in NWFL history, Rivers Angels, bring pedigree and championship experience into the Super 6. The Port Harcourt side combined attacking firepower with defensive solidity during the regular season. Their ability to handle pressure situations makes them perennial contenders whenever silverware is at stake. Another regular playoffs team, they became the first Nigerian team to play continental football after winning the 2021 title featuring in the WAFU B and CAF Women's Champions League. Apart from 2025 fourth position, Rivers Angels always finish in the top three at the end of playoffs since 2021. Tulsa Blankson's side hope to win their eighth title, equaling Pelican Stars' feat. Robo Queens emerged as one of the revelations of the campaign after finishing strongly in Group B. The Lagos-based side impressed with their youthful energy, technical quality, and excellent home form. With several exciting young talents influencing games, Robo Queens have shown that they can compete with the traditional heavyweights. The Lagos Landladies is making a return to the Super Six for the first time since 2023. Their best finish in the last 5 Super Six tournaments was a third-place spot in 2021. Emmanuel Osaho's side will dream of winning their maiden league title here. NASARAWA Amazons once again demonstrated why they are among Nigeria's elite women's club. Last season's runners-up relied on resilience and experience to secure qualification. Their balanced squad, winning mentality, and ability to recover from difficult situations makes them dangerous opponents for any team in the Super Six. Apart from fourth place finish in 2023, the Solid Babes have been a competitive force at the Super Six with second place finishes in 2022 and 2025 respectively, narrowly missing out on the title last year. Triumph in Port Harcourt equals the Northern side's third league title. Abia Angels are enjoying a historic breakthrough campaign after qualifying for their first ever Super Six. The Umuahia-based side built their success on consistency, teamwork, and disciplined performances across the season. As debutants at this stage, they could become the tournament's surprise package. They aim to win their maiden league title in their first ever playoffs appearance. EDO Queens, the former league champions, returned to the Super Six with strong ambitions of reclaiming the title. EDO Queens possess a blend of experienced stars and emerging talents capable of troubling any opposition. Their organized defensive structure and swift attacking transitions remain key strengths heading into the championship playoffs. The Benin City-based side won their maiden league title in 2024, their best finish in the tournament, representing the country well on the continental stage. They had a third-place finish last year after abysmal performance in 2021, 2022, and 2023. The Super Six promises intense competition as tradition, ambition, and emerging powerhouses collide in the race for the 2025 and 2026 NWFL Premiership crown. The stage is set for the Port Harcourt 2020.
Thank you. Yes.
Annabelle, please check my bag. Let me
Okay. Thank you.
Are we good?
We're back underway for the second 45 minutes of the game between EDO Queens and Nasarawa Amazons. Nasarawa Amazons are definitely getting us underway this second half. Of course, the first half was thrilling to watch, more like a movie with both sides trying to balance up. Another slide there. Nasarawa Amazons coming in hot this second half already. Meridian SM would need to get that out quickly. And you would hear the voice of Moses Aduku shouting on Kafayat to be on fire. EDO Queens the second half. Alani Jumoke, she gets that to her teammate. quickly. Ayati Hembafan. Oh, a shot into the box. Doris Ohia gathers it quickly, launches it forward. Atumedosu trying to receive it there but couldn't get that. Atumedosu manages to get that, but she's not been able to run as fast as she could. And Moses Essa trying to intercept there, trying to get the ball. Well, of course, it has to be played out. With Marilyn Essen set to take this throw in for Edo Queens into the half of Nasarawa Amazons. Atumedosu chests that. Additional Timinino tries to get it. It rolls out quickly. Dorcas, there's the start of the second half, and Nasarawa Amazons came in with fire, immediately attacking. But then you have a throw in for Edo Queens. Marilyn Essen delivers that. Marilyn Essen will juggle that, tries to connect with Kafayat. She still makes a run for it. Well, no changes yet for both sides. That's Edo Queens and Nasarawa Amazons. But Dorcas talking about the firepower that Nasarawa Amazons came into the second half with.
I mean, that's exactly what they needed to do, right? Edo started the first half just like that, but then gradually Nasarawa eventually got themselves into the game, and they wanted to start off like that as well, and they started pretty well. But so far, we haven't seen any goals to report as well. But I do know that it's going to be a very difficult game for either side, but they have to ensure that they get a result, at least draw the first blood and see how it forces the other team to come out and also mount that pressure to also get a goal for themselves.
Exactly. Nasarawa Amazons, of course, during the regular season, they demonstrated why they are among Nigeria's elite women's club. In the Super 6 last season, they were runners-up. And this time around, let's see how far they would go with the Super 6. But of course, from what we have seen, they are definitely a dangerous opponent for any team in the Super 6. Judging from their balanced squad, their winning mentality, and ability to recover from difficult situations, as we have seen being displayed here. They have the grit. And while apart from their fourth place finished in 2023, Nasarawa Amazons have been a competitive force at the Super 6 with second place finishes in 2022 and 2025 respectively. And like I said, they narrowly missed out on the title last year, coming second. And if they at all get it rolling for themselves this season of the Super 6, it will be their third league title. Nasarawa Amazons with that run there. Kafayat carefully dispossesses Alani Jumoke. It is back. Nasarawa Amazons in possession. Roko Valentina will stand tall to clear her lines quickly. Moses Esther. A connecting cross. Adeshino Tuminino will do well to get that. Gets into the box successfully. Well, of course. And that sort of shot of hers hits the side net, not coming well out.
Additional to you should have done better with the ball.
Yeah.
Probably sending the cross into the area where your teammates were patiently waiting to connect with it.
They were not even really there to try and connect, but
she would have sold the dummy, come back, got the ball to her teammates, and then the drive continued. But then she opted to push the ball even further, and then the ball was sent to the side net. And I don't think that is something that would make the coach Moses Aduku proud of what she has done.
Yeah, and of course, talking about Moses Aduku, this is one very sound name in the Nigerian Women Football League, most especially for Edo Queens. It's demonstrated how good he is. Of course, talking about Moses Aduku, like I said, we need to keep an eye on him in the dugouts. He knows he has what it is to win major titles. He has displayed that over the years. He guided by also going to the NWFL crown in 2022. And he returned to Edo Queens, came back to Edo Queens, got the title 2023, got to the continent, finishing fourth, an impressive one, if you ask me. And he's right here, chasing another league title with Edo Queens. And you know, of course, he also doubles as the national women's team coach on the 20 team. That's the Falconets of Nigeria. And most of the players you see here are on the 20 materials also, Dorcas. For example, now we just mentioned additional Timinino. She was there. Atume Dosu. Let's see what she makes out of this. But
Also, it's Bukwe Joy.
Bukwe Joy, exactly, for Nasarawa. Yeah.
Under 20s as well.
An additional has been really good for the under 20s also. Coming back, let's see how she would put herself into this game for Edo Queens. Additional with a touch there. That rolls out.
I'm sure you must be shocked that we're still goalless in this game, because what we've seen from NASARAWA especially has shown us that you can play attacking football, you can have chances, but still the game can still go goalless. That's what we've seen from the two sides. Like I said before the first half came to an end, Edo Queens had their only shot on target, maybe their best chance so far in the game.
From the corner kick.
Yeah, from the corner kick. But NASARAWA just had two clear chances that they did not also use to their advantage, and then that's why the game is still goalless.
Exactly. Kafayat. Deborah Odiagwe, captain of the side, tries to connect with Esther Moses, but that's been cut short there. Duly intercepted by Jones Imo Mfon, who has been brilliant for Nasarawa Amazons in this game against Edo Queens. Throw in. Atume Dosu would rise highest, tries to. And you have Esther Moses. Look at how she just misplaced her markers there. That's to show you the stuff that she is made of. But that wasn't made use of. That's a long run. Still another throw in for Edo Queens. Let's see how this comes. Nasarawa Amazons. Edo Queens. Esther Nyang. Deborah Odiagbe. Oh well, misplaced there. As Nasarawa Amazons regains possession. Coco Valentina stands ever strong and solid for Edo Queens. Edo Queens have not been able to hold the ball so well in these few seconds, with Nasarawa Amazons always getting it away from them, dispossessing them of the ball. A lot of slips, once again, Dorcas, from Edo Queens, most especially, but like you said, due to the heavy downpour, of course, the pitch is still trying to take shape. And the weather is, it is looking like it is already drizzling here. Is that why they call it River State? Of course, it's the south, and you expect heavy downpour whenever it is rainy season.
When I found out that you were drenched last night as well. So yeah, that's what you get when you welcome to River State.
Thank you. That's how you're welcoming me into your state, River State. But of course, quite the experience yesterday, I must confess. I must confess.
It's something you have to write a memo about.
I will do that. And it is going to be the first change for Edo Queens. Oscar Precious, a lady who doubles as a player in the under-17 and under-20 teams of Nigeria, the Flamingos and the Falconets. Of course, she goes into the pitch ready with a very litty energy.
Pushing at before being taken off has been pretty good.
Yeah, Oscar Precious comes in for additional.
Yeah, for Edo Queens. She's been really, really good as well. But Precious also brings something different as well. Exactly.
With the shift. She also a captain from the under 20 team. She worked on the 17
On the 20, on the 17, shuffling between both and doing so well. Exactly.
She's got a vital role in Malawi that took the Falconets that have qualified them for the World Cup in Poland. And with the under 17, that she also scored a crucial goal, the last goal I think, that making it 6-0 at the Musta Stadium. So she's also a fantastic player and gives them a different option up front to continue also to get herself a goal. Precious Oscar can do somebody.
Absolutely.
And change the score line.
Absolutely. Yeah, we've talked about how good this squad is. Moses Atuku making major signings from the beginning of the season, and not just any names. You have good players in the squad, and one thing that they struggled with, like we earlier stated in the first half, was their chemistry and how to gel, and they have successfully come up with something that is working for them currently as it stands. Moses Atuku makes his first change. Oscar Precious has a touch there. Oh, she would dribble past the markers. A nice view coming into the game. Oscar Precious has scored at least 4 official goals for Nigeria's youth national teams across various qualifying games. Like you've already stated, Dorcas, a crucial one. She scored for under 20, and another one she scored for the under 17 teams as Flamingos.
Quality that Edo Queens possess. It's not like NASARAWA doesn't have quality in their ranks as well. Nadia Oluchi is also somebody that we can also call upon when there is absolutely need for them as well. We look at the fact that they also do have Otana, who I think has been fantastic for them in the first season. They can also come in and create something either Otana, who can also get something for ourselves in this game.
A corner there. Kafaya taking that straight into the box. And it just goes upwards and lands on the net for the post.
Again, you're not making use of
like you said, strategy. They should have been able to get something useful for themselves in this second half, something that they can use.
Yeah, you have a
that
player.
That's what Amazons would not see coming.
Yeah, you have a player like Auntie Medusa. Send the ball in. She's big. She's bulky.
Always rising the highest.
And she scores with heads.
Yeah.
She's got headers as well.
Exactly.
Just drop the ball in the middle of the park. Find her. That should be a strategy. And that's why, I'm sorry to bring this in, but Arsenal are experts in this when it comes to set.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Let's not even go there. Yeah, true. True. There's always a tug of war when it comes to the 60-yard box. There's always it.
Exactly. So that's what Edokas now need to find out. What are the strategies? How do we implement this strategy to work in our favor? And so far they have
hopefully they can be able to wake up to that realization. They would need something stronger when it comes to making use of their set piece. And try to get goals from there, because they have been able to get goals from set piece in the regular season. Sumedosu trying to chest that ball, and she falls to the ground, back up. Saida Tadebi wants to make a chase, but no, Oscar Precious is there. Alongside the World Abe, who is going to take this throw in urgently. Oguchi there. This was less quickly by NASARAWA Amazons, but Valentina Oroko, who is also known as the Bull, would stand very well to help out with that situation.
The game is pretty cagey now, right? It's more about a midfield battle.
Cagey affair now.
They're trying to weigh each other in the midfield, and so far nobody's relented. Everybody is taking the game to them, and the midfield is pretty tight. So I want to see who the game changer will be for the either side. Is it going to be coaching factors or individual players stopping up their stuff and doing something for the team?
Well, let's see a cross into the box by NASARAWA Amazons. They would need to closely mark the NASARAWA Amazons player. What's the referee's whistle? Oh, well, of course, we just checked on Twitter and we saw that formerly known as Twitter, now X. And Rasheedat Ajibade, captain of the Super Falcons of Nigeria, just made a tweet about she's actually watching the game. Thank you, Dorcas, for that information. And of course, she has already made a tweet concerning this particular encounter, Edo Queens versus Nasarawa Amazons. It feels so good that we have guys from the national team watching in the grassroots. And Dokas, this reminds me of something about Chidi Hamani, who is in the under-17 side, and she does exactly as Rashida Tajibade. I hear that Rashida is her mentor.
Yeah, she is a mentor. It's the fact that she also embodies Rashida Tajibade. What she does, the fact that she is for Christ, she does that a whole lot. And she's also part of the specific by also Queens as well, who were the defending champions. And Rashida too also played in this league, played for FC Rebel Queens.
Of course.
Exactly what it means to be at that level.
Exactly.
And she's done it, she's seen it all, and it's fantastic that she's also acknowledging that people come out to watch the best women's league in Africa. I don't know what you think about that, but it is the best league in Africa at this point in time. So thank you, Captain Rashida, for acknowledging the Super Six.
Thank you so much.
I know you were watching.
Oh my goodness. Edo Queens will definitely try to clear their lines quickly. That ball is already out. Nasarawa Amazons trying as much as possible to want to find the back of the net. A quick throw in right now. Alani Jumoke. Hemba Fan. Kafaya wants to intercept, but no, it doesn't go well there. Nasarawa Amazons trying to get the chance. Yeah, Doris will need to come out. Oh my goodness! Douglas hits a goal! Oh my God! And look at the cheerfulness! Look at how happy the players are! Douglas, we have our first goal! The first goal of this encounter. It is Nasarawa Amazons who have finally broken the deadlock. A good one! A good one, Oka Adobe Judith has the first goal for Nasarawa Amazons.
I didn't see that coming.
I did not see it coming.
It was a good build-up for Nasarawa.
Good build-up.
It was a really good cross from the right hand side of the wings, and of course, it was the fact that the ball was sent into the middle of the park where there was an onrushing Oka who was also being marked by one of the defenders for Edo Queens. The goalkeeper in Ohia was rushing out to be the first to get
the ball
to the ball, but unfortunately for her, it was of course the goal scorer for Nasarawa Amazons, of course, who got there first and eventually got a net to it and sent the ball into the back of the net. Exactly what it should be for Oka Adobe, who got the goal for Nasarawa Amazons as they lead 1-0 here in Port Harcourt.
A beautiful goal, Dorcas. We just witnessed Nasarawa Amazons 1, Edo Queens 0. Nasarawa Amazons breaking the deadlock. Doris Oyer, like you stated, rushing out to see how she can gather that ball. She has always done that because she has been trying to save her head and the team, but this time around that just didn't work because the ball was much faster. And like you said, we just had Oka Adobe Judith locking in, and she got that pump and clear for Nasarawa Amazons to get them a 1-goal lead. I just saw Moses Aduku throwing off his jacket. The pressure is getting worse here. And of course, the goal once again was scored by Oka Adobe Judith for Nasarawa Amazons in the 64th minute of this encounter. Quickly, counter one. Oh, Atume Dosu rising higher there. But, well, she has not been able to get it yet for this game, especially for this game that went well above the crossbar again. And we've seen most of those shots, especially from set piece, going across, going above, the crossbar. And we've said it here times without number already. Talking about Edo Queens trying to be strategic with what they want to do. Atume Dosu, trying to hit that one, but well, it still went well above the crossbar. So let's just see. I mean, the rhythm is now changing, because Nasarawa Amazons now have enough motivation to want to even push Edo Queens harder.
I think in the second half, we talked about them starting really well.
Yes,
so
they
that
did.
means that they deserve to be in the lead. They deserve to be in the lead because in the first 45, they had the better chances but couldn't take it. And now they did it quite well, got chances as well. And the first time that they'll be able to get into the 18-yard area, the 18-yard box of Edo Queens, they eventually get that goal that they've been searching for. So this is how you get it. This is how you do it. When you get your chance, you take it. And
make use of it.
Yeah, exactly what Nasarawa Amazons have done through Oka Adobe, who eventually is the goal scorer for the solid minus they bought themselves.
Yes, of course, solid. Oh, Edo Queens have lost possession. Again, you have Nasarawa Amazons. She's trying to cut down the play and make sure that she gathers enough of her players up front and tries to see what they can do. Well, not being stable there. Edo Queens now have the ball back. Kafaya Mafishere launching forward. Oscar Precious will be there to receive it. She tries that. She makes it past Amaka. And look at Atume Dosu there. And she's not been able to make use of that shot. Not been balanced enough.
She wasn't balanced enough.
Yes,
and
she
also,
wasn't.
That was a weak shot as well. It was a shot that wouldn't have been in trouble with the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But then again, it was properly cleared out by the Nasarawa Amazons defender, who ensured that they want to keep the scoreline the way it is as much as possible. Because I mean, when you see a lead like this, you have to keep it.
Yeah.
They did start like this. They did start well last year, Super Six, where they were titled to be the favourites after they won their first game, and it was against Rivers, I think, but I'm not exactly wrong. But here they are starting quite well against Edo Queens again, and this is what we are saying, that we don't want to see them falter, we don't want to see them continue. Can Christopher Danjuma marshal the girls out this season to be able to be crowned the champions of the Nigerian Women's Premier League Super 6?
Well, only time will tell, Dorcas. And I think they would want to take it one game at a time because, of course, like you've already stated, last season it came close. Precious Oscar fires this one. Not so much of a threat for Unachuku Doka, goalkeeper of Nasarawa Amazon. She quickly sends that forward. Nasarawa Amazons dancing on the ball once again. Alani Jumoke. And she sends that to Oyekachi Deborah, but that's out. Minutes gone in this encounter. Nasarawa Amazons are leading with 1 goal. Courtesy of Oka Adobe Judith, scored in the 64th minute. A beautiful goal. Well, of course, quick correction there. That goal was scored in the 62nd minute for Nasarawa Amazons. Edo Queens would have to wake up. I can see that another sub will be coming on for Edo Queens.
They need a game plan.
Exactly.
They need a game plan now.
Exactly.
It looks like whatever they're doing now is not working.
I mean, I told you before that it is drizzling right now at the Adokia Mesimaka Stadium. We had Moses Adoku putting on his jacket, but right now he's without the jacket. That shows you that there is pressure. It is intensifying, and he has to do what he has to do.
Yeah.
And this is a corner. Kafaya launches. Oh, and a chance there with Ogbuchi trying to get it, but she just couldn't. It was closer to her. They would need to be very fast, trying to build up attack. Kafayat marked there. It will return to Kafayat. Ogbuchi, Esther Young, Deborah sent a long pass. Oscar Precious tries to get it, as well as Jones Imong from quick throwing again. Deborah Ojagbe. Atumedosu heads that, gets it back to Deborah. Deborah sent a long cross. Moses Esther would rise. And look at that scramble there. Udoka would not let it go. Kafayat is trying to get it back. Saidat. Marilyn Essien sent it back. Atumedosu heads it forward. Udoka seems so lucky.
That was an onslaught from Edo Queens here, trying all that they can to ensure that they get an equalizer almost immediately after the goal was scored by Adobe as well. But the defense of Nasarawa would not let them easily off the hook, because they know that they have got to defend as if their life depends on it, and that's what they have done. So well done to the defenders of Nasarawa Mrs. But for the attackers of Edo Queens, they would have to do better. They would have to ensure that they find the true, I said, game plan. There has to be a game plan. What are we doing? How do we do this? I haven't seen expecting a quite game plan here from the attackers of the Edo Queens, and that's where I think Coach Musa Duku should have sent in a cavalry, so to speak. But I think that's precious Oscar, but I don't know. But we have to see what they can do to change the trajectory of where this game is going. I think it's going to Latvia for NASARAWA.
For now. Exactly. Edo Queens definitely has to dig deeper. Look at that from Deborah Dagbe. Fire shot into the box. Moses Esther tried to hit that. Well, this has to be clear because there was a call for handball. The referee says no, play on. There's a second substitution for Edo Queens. Mary Mamudu spits into the pitch. Mary Mamudu has gotten her first touch already.
Really good changes for Edo coming in as well. Mamudu is also a very fantastic player and can also score goals as well. She's a creator, so that is a good addition for the team as well. As just also, these are attacking options for Musa Duku to try to change the game, get an equalizer, and see if they can actually get a winner here against NASARAWA, who are fighting so hard to keep their 1-0 score line so far.
Mary Mamudu has 2 goals for Edo Queens during the regular season. She scored against Nigeria Tels and Ibom. The ref will say get that again. Yes, Oscar Precious has 1 goal to her name for Edo Queens during the regular season. Scored against Nigeria Tels also.
She comes off the bench.
Exactly, and she usually makes a mark. So let's see if that will be possible. Also for Mary Mamudu coming into this game. Put that Tumedosu out. Let's see how it goes. Oh my goodness. You have somebody who needed to shout the name of Jesus. I wouldn't blame him for that.
It was so close.
It was, look, we've been seeing.
So close so far in the game.
We've been seeing almost, and you know what they say about almost or nearly cannot kill a bird. And that's what we've been seeing from Edo Queens, yes.
Precision kills that bear.
Exactly, Dorcas. Oh, it's been difficult for Edo Queens. And we're seeing them trying so hard, trying to want to get something out of this game, but it's not coming forth yet. Like we have already stated, they have to dig deep if they want something out of this game.
Yeah, they have to dig deep. We talked about playing against teams from the other group, right? How difficult it could be. Yeah. And I think the draws have given us something like that because those from Group A and then those from Group B, that makes it fantastic, really. That's the first week of the game, the first couple of days, the match they won, match they won after, and then they was supposed to game for Campus. That's been a fantastic draws with Rivers next up, we're taking Morocco, and next up by Bayelsa with Adria. These are the games that we love to see.
Look at the matchup. My God.
That's why it's
interesting. Interesting. Of course, it's called Super 6 because it has to be the best. Top 3 from Group A and Group B in the regular season, playing in a round-robin format here in Port Harcourt. Adoki Emiasimaka Stadium, to be precise. Short water break there. But the girls are right on the pitch, ready to roll again. Udoka would be sending and launching a rocket.
They know it's not going to be as easy as what they had to navigate in ASF, and Rivers.
And Rivers, yeah. I think the rest of the sides that they faced, came to them easy. Like I said, they had fewer losses in just 2 losses this season. That's like if we're trying to rank teams in terms of losses, the fewer losses rather, it would be Edo Queens number 1, top of the table, who had just 2 losses during the course of the season. And that's because, of course, they have played the likes of the pace setters, the Ibom, Heartlands, thereabouts. Another player down again for NASARAWA Amazons. Recall that there was one down, and that was what caused the water break.
I was wondering water break when we had no summer.
They have to maintain energy, so they have to, get a little sip of water there. Because whether you like it or not, they're putting in so so much. Energy is
Exactly.
going out,
Energy.
exactly, and they would be thirsty at some point. I would want something, to sip there. We can see some players warming up on the sidelines for Nasarawa Amazon. Possibly they might be making their first substitution soon.
I can see on the 17th defender there in the Ohunde Sunday. She was fantastic for them the 17th when they faced Kiwi, and she's warming up as well for National Amazon. So hopefully she can come in and help solidify their defense and ensure that they can go for the
Owen in a Sunday, like you mentioned, has 2 goals for Nasarawa Amazons. During the regular season, she scored 2 goals for them against Ahudianem and FC Roboquin. So if she's coming in, that will be a good addition to Nasarawa Amazons, who at this point are trying to defend, but also if they get the chance to score another one, I tell you, I think they will want to take that clinically and get another goal for themselves.
Last year, unfortunately, because they had a bit of a Akeromaway who obviously got a goal. Got goals for them in that very Super 6. But unfortunately, she's out this season.
Injured.
For about 8 to 9 months.
Yeah.
When she was on duty.
On duty, yes.
Against Senegal, I think. Yeah, that's disappointing.
It is disappointing because a lot of people were looking forward to, getting to see what Janet Akekromowe would be able to do with Bielsa Queens in the Super 6. Well, of course, we wish her a speedy recovery and hopeful that she comes back really well when she's fully recovered. Moses Esther, look at that cross. Mary Mamoudou. Udoka doesn't want to take any chances.
No chances here because she has to keep her team. She has to ensure that her team is here and keep them until the final whistle. They are leading, so why would you want to let your team fall behind and let Edo Queens come back into the game? So yes, she did what she had to do. Rush out, got the ball to safety, get that to safety, and Edo Queens will have to start again to try to create something out of nothing, out of nothing. Because here they are, trailing behind. They've had more of the ball possession, but somehow they haven't been the best team up front. For the second half, ever since the goal came in from Nasarawa Amazons, Edo have forced them back, Edo have pressed them back, and that's the onslaught I talked about earlier. The onslaught has been mounting for the defense of Nasarawa Amazons, and that so far has been a courtesy of the changes that have been made by Ajuku, the attacking changes so far. And if they continue the pressing like they have done last couple of minutes, they can maybe get an equalizer.
Could maybe, the force in which Udoka used to get that ball, gather that ball, of course, it made her lie down for a bit to be able to recover there for herself. And she launches this one upwards. Mbafan, Kafayat in the mix. Mason, Kafayat.
They have no time now. They have limited time now to get themselves back in the game.
Of course, it is 79 minutes gone in this encounter. Nasarawa Amazon still leading. Goal courtesy of the Okadobi Judith in the 62nd minute. And ever since then, Nasarawa Amazons have been doing all they can to protect that goal, to defend that goal. Oroko Valentina had to quickly stand in for Edo Queens by moving that ball out quickly to avoid mistakes of getting to concede another goal against Nasarawa Amazons. It's a quick throw in. Alani Jumoke. And that's steady there. Side out, intercept. Hembafan takes it again. But this time lands to Deborah Ojakwe, who would clear her lines. And Esther Moses has that chance. People are cheering her on to go forward. She's clipped there. Nasarawa Amazons. With those tackles there. Look at that, Dorcas. A bit of a chance there. Moses Esther moving with that pace. But at the end of the day, she's tackled real well. And that doesn't go as planned for Edo Queens there. And you have a change. Merit for a very pacey winger, I must say, I must confess, for Edo Queens. She comes in replacing Esther Nyang. Well, Esther Nyang has been brilliant for Edo Queens this season also, scoring 2 good free kicks for, Edo Queens when they need it the very most. She has performed so well, best to our ability in this particular game. You have a player of NASARAWA Amazons being stretched out currently. And we will be keeping tabs on that to see if she will be able to continue the game. Esther Inyang scored against Niger Rattles. Ibom and Rivers, 3 goals total in the regular season for Edo Queens. She's been taken off, replaced by Merit of 4. Merit of 4. You see that combination, Dorcas, between Merit of 4 and Esther Moses. It could be quite dangerous and probably might be too much for NASARAWA Amazons to want to handle, but we'll see how that plays out.
Oh, absolutely. We'll see how that plays out because they have, about 9 minutes thereabouts. They have 9 minutes thereabouts for that to work. So hopefully, let's see how it goes. Let's see how it goes because right now, as it stands, they have to ensure that they can get an equalizer any moment from now because 98 minutes isn't what they want to dilly-dally on, but we know that's a long time in football. A couple of seconds and they can get 2 goals. So yeah, they have to ensure that they do better.
A rush there. A rush there for Edo Queens. A rush there. 99 minutes gone. Eighty-three minutes gone rather in this encounter. And it's a matter of urgency for Edo Queens to be able to find the back of the net, at least get an equalizer for themselves. A launch forward as Oscar Precious tries that, but Udoka comes out quickly to rescue the situation, salvage the situation there. 2 players down for NASARAWA Amazons. Oh, it's a KG1, but of course NASARAWA Amazons are on the lead. Moses Esther there with that attitude. Picking off the ball quickly. Hembafan down. And the referee would request for the assistance of the medical personnel. Oh well, not needed anymore.
Possible because when you're leading, you don't want to give the other team the advantage to come into the game or they have to come into the game, and that's what she has done, trying to buy time for her team to see if they can get across the finish line with this 1-0 score line currently against Edo.
We see that a lot in Nigerian football. Of course, we see that a lot. Marilyn Essen, let's see how she goes about this. Of course, clears it out quickly to avoid further conceding. Well, Edo Queens, about 2 or 3 times now, they have been fed with the ball from the middle of the pack ahead, but they have not been able to complete the run ahead because they're always intercepted by Udoka, who is very active at this point. Mbafan would pass it to Alani. Abdul Wahab rather. Alani Jumoke sends it in. Doris O'Hare captures that quickly. Well, Edo Queens, you have cheers coming in from the stands. People who have come to support them, urging them that this is a matter of urgency. You do not fall and stay there. You have to get back on your feet and see how you can build up a game. Dorcas, time is going. NASARAWA Amazon still leading 1-0 here. I bet you they are defending this so good.
86 on the clock, and they have 4 minutes plus other time to go. That means that they need to do something quick and fast here to see if they can get a leveler against the Amazons, who are now trying to press them, trying to push them backwards to see if they can also get a second just before the final whistle is blown by the center referee. But so far so good. It's been an entertaining game. If you're not watching this, I think you're missing out.
Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes, Doctors, 100%. It's been an entertaining encounter here. Onyekachi Deborah, Nasarawa Amazons. Oh, she miscommunicates here. Hembafan would get that. Hembafan tries to hustle that one out, but the referee whistle goes, and you have 2 changes for Nasarawa Amazons. Sunday Ohunene, like we predicted, Dorcas is coming in to this game, replacing Oka Adaobi Judith, who scored the goal for Nasarawa Amazons in the 62nd minute.
Another 15 NWFL is also cited by
Nadia Oluchi goes in also for Nasarawa Amazons. Sunday Ohunene, a good addition to the side, Nasarawa Amazons. She already has proven herself in the regular season. Essie and Marilyn Kafaya to connect with that quickly. Tries to send a shot, but there's a block. Good block from Omoi. Valentina Oroko, the ball gets out to Marilyn Essien. Kafaya sends it forward. Alani Jumoke does her work there. Ball bounces. Oscar Precious waiting to receive. She does that successfully. Moses Esther. Moses Esther sends it back to Kafayat. Kafayat will send it the way of four Merits, who we haven't seen so much. She's caught offside. Onyekachi Deborah, of course, was taken out. She has 1 goal to her name for Nasarawa Amazons this season. She was taken out and replaced with Nadi Oluchi. Nasarawa Amazons playing with the ball there. Roko Valentina will send it backwards to the middle of the pack. Deborah Ojade will need to calmly see how she can connect. Marilyn Essien will not let her marker Hembafan do any work on her. She's been cheered on to move. She connects really well to Moses Esther, who will now try, but caught again. Once again, offside. How difficult can this be for Edo Queens in this game?
It is the right strategy for Nasarawa Amazons, and it's working. Keep that line as high as possible. Force them to make a couple of offsides, and that they have done. And the eagerness in Edo Queens is forcing them to make this silly, errors that they're making and not taking their runs timely as if they should. So yeah, they've done is working, and people should be proud of what the girls are doing. They've come to play a whole lot, and Edo Queens are trying so hard. It's already 89, it's already 90 on the clock, and a couple minutes to be added. We're going to see how it goes for Nasarawa, if they will be the first team to get a victory here in Port Harcourt.
Doggers, we get to see how it goes. Barring any additional time, Nasarawa Amazons are still on the line to win this game. It's 1 goal to their name. Adobe Judith with that goal. Hembafan, Omoyi Ayumi tries to send that but couldn't connect well. It's back to Edo Queens. Moses Esther sleeps, but she's back up. Additional minutes, 5 minutes added to the regular time. 5 minutes is still enough minutes for Edo Queens to do something meaningful with that. Of course, you know, in football talk, as I said, it's not over until it is over, until you hear the final whistle. Oscar Precious on the run here. Let's see what she can do with that. She's dispossessed. That was a good run from Oscar Precious, but the defensive line of NASARAWA Amazons knows their duty, like you stated already. Alani Jumoke doing the duty of blocking Oscar Precious there to make sure that she doesn't go farther than she has gone.
All credit has to go to Alani Jumoke, because the way she kept close tabs with Precious Oscar, ensuring that she doesn't get her, she doesn't let her get past her, got the ball away from her feet and forced her to make that indecision that she had earlier on. That's the goal before defended. Earlier was Jones Ifong, and now it is Alani Jumoke. They are putting everything out there to get this win against Edo.
A 4 sends across into the box, and Udoka rises up, gathers it well, and she has to be chill. Oh, she would need to do that with the referee trying to, yes, the referee has to rush to her now to, you know, be sure that she is fine. But of course, we know that she's trying to buy time there, and there is a call for the medical personnel to get there to attend to her. I don't know what could be possibly wrong with her, but I think it's quite obvious in this game. 5 minutes of added time, and you can see Shoma Moses. She is there monitoring the situation and saying, "What is this? You have to get up. We have a game to play. We would want to reduce the deficit."
She doesn't have to get up. You have your time to do your job, and she's doing her job. She's ensuring that she keeps her team in the game, that her team gets the point. And this happens in football, not only in Nigeria, but even at the highest of levels, it happens. So it is part of the game. I think time wasting is always going to be part of the game, but people are trying to cramp down a little on it with the new rules to be effected at the World Cup in North Africa in the next couple of days away. So yeah, it's only going to take time for that to be implemented here in Nigeria as well. But I mean, it's part of the game. It is part of the game.
It is part of the game. She's not still back up. All right, she's finally up, and because the game should continue any moment from now.
At this point, nothing is sure for anybody. Nothing is sure for anybody. This is this is where you get to that you know that every other team can come here and shock everybody. Abia Rangers, who are making their debut, can shock anybody. They can shock Bayelsa. Robo can shock Rivers, who are the host. So all of this happens and can happen in this game. Look at NASARAWA. They are getting the job done against Edo Queens, but only time again, like I said, will tell.
Only time will tell, Dorcas, with the additional 5 minutes in this game. NASARAWA Amazon still leading with a long goal, courtesy of Adobe Judith, who has been substituted. Nadia Lucci came in for her place. And look at what they are doing. NASARAWA Amazon still trying as much as possible to want to find another. And they're serious about it.
Yeah, why not? Why not? There are chances to get that. So if there are chances, they should force it. If they see that they can also go ahead to get a second goal, absolutely. And it's left for Edo Queens to be able to defend their line as clearly as possible. If not, they go home and as losers in the first game of match day 1.
And there you have Mary Moses, who has switched positions. She sends it into the box. Mary Mahmoudou gets it again. Well played there, but Kafayat will still get a hold of it. For Edo Queens, Deborah. Not well taken there, Bokwe Joy will clear it. Deborah launches another one. Udoka comes fully out. She has been doing a lot for Nasarawa Amazons in this last minute of the game. We've always seen her that she doesn't stay in that position in between the sticks anymore because she knows how. Edo Queens have been playing so far so good in this last minute and would always come out to get a hold of the ball, gather it. Well, of course, this time around, she just didn't lay down.
Well, yeah, she knows that coming out to get the ball to safety will keep her team in the lead, and that's what she has done. And you talk about her coming out and coming out. She's been doing that a whole lot to ensure that her team keeps the lead. And Nasarawa are not relenting with the few time that they have. It's already 95 minutes, and with the 5 minutes already elapsed. And let's see when the referee is going to call time. That is over, all over for Edo Queens, who are forcing and trying to get an equalizer, which will of course make Rivers and Bayelsa really happy with what they've seen so far.
Of course, Dorcas, this is only the first game of the NWFL Super 6, Edo Queens versus Nasarawa Amazons. Well, past the additional time already, the referee still carries on this game until she makes the final call. It is not over. A yellow card awarded to Nasarawa Amazons. I'm guessing for time wastage there. Jones Imo Mfong gets that yellow card. Say that's Marilyn Essien trying to get it off for merit, and Esther Moses have switched positions. Afo is now on the left while Esther Moses on the right now. It has been quite a thrilling encounter, Dorcas. Of course, we've already established the fact that it was going to be a movie, and it has been entertaining, I must say this for sure.
Other games tell us that it is also other movies we played today.
Oh, absolutely. It is definitely going to be 100% enjoyable. Edo Queens trying to patch themselves. Nasarawa Amazon's defense not relenting also. Deborah will be there to receive this. Esther Moses back to Deborah Odiagbe. Sunday Ohunene sends it back. The ball will do herself quite well, and Marilyn Essen will get it back to Valentina Rocco the ball again. Nasarawa Amazons have successfully cleared the lines. Oh, and we have the final whistle, Dorcas. It is Nasarawa Amazons 1, Edo Queens 0. Edo Queens losing their first game in the Super 6. Nasarawa Amazons getting it all right in the first game of the Super 6. This encounter has been thrilling, like we've already stated. Oka Adobe Judith's goal in the 62nd minute made the difference. It was a beautiful goal. And right now, like you said, the likes of Rivers will be happy about this, results. And there you have it, all done for Nasarawa Amazons. They are quite happy. Look at the expressions on the pitch. And then Edo Queens also would just have to gather in a sober mood and look forward to their next game.
Absolutely. I think this is the victory that will be making Nasarawa Amazons really, really proud of what they've done today. Again, it's a very difficult for a team that considered some of the lesser goals in the regular season. And here they are, and everything seemed to be working pretty fine for them after that festival and that very important goal scored by Oka. And that will be the difference so far. So it was a really good game to watch, and congratulations to Nasarawa Amazons who got the job done against the Edo Queens, who are vying to win only their second NWFL crown this season.
Yes, of course, Dorcas. And that's it. 90 plus minutes of play here at the Adoke Mesemaka Stadium, and Nasarawa Amazons have their first win in the NWFL Super 6. Coming up next is the game between Rivers Angels FC and FC Robo Queens. Another entertaining encounter that you should be expecting. And of course, the voice of Dorcas Koki will be here, and myself, Lengi Ernest Ademola, would also be on seats to talk you through the 90 minutes of that action also. But for now, it is we saying our byes. We'll see you in the game between Rivers Angels and FC Robo Queens, the second game of the NWFL season. Coming up next would be post-match reactions from the various coaches, Coach Christopher Danjuma of NASARAWA Amazons and also Moses Aduku of EDO Queens.
All right, so it's the end of match one in, should I say, game day one here at the Adokia Master Amaka Stadium here in River State. Yes, Super 6 is on, and you just witnessed the first match of this tournament. Yes, NASARAWA Amazons getting the first win at the Super 6. NASARAWA Amazons defeating EDO Queens 1-0, and of course, I'll be getting the coach's reaction right about now. Congratulations, coach. Congratulations, coach, on the first win for the Super 6. Give us your reaction for this game.
Yeah, normally it's a tough game playing against EDO Queens with a composition of players and their technical crew. Yeah, you come to the Super 6, that is to test the best of the best and you test yourself. It's exciting. It's exciting and it's encouraging that coming to Super 6, winning your first game, it gives you all the courage and the impetus to go more.
All right, so what should we expect going forward?
Expectation is we keep raising our mentality every game we come better than the last one.
All right, thank you.
You are welcome.
Since NWFL Premiership Super 6, as 6 of Nigeria's finest women's football clubs battle for the league crown and a CAF Women's Champions League ticket. The defending champions remain one of the strongest forces in Nigerian women's football. Bayelsa Queens topped Group A with consistency, discipline, and attacking efficiency throughout the regular season. Known for their physical style, tactical organization, and big game mentality, they entered the Super 6 as one of the favorites to retain the title. Their experience in continental football could prove decisive. A prominent and consistent team as far as the playoff is concerned, the Prosperity Girls have won the title twice in the last 6 seasons, 2022 and 2025. Apart from 2021, when the team finished in 5th position, they have earned top 3 placement at the last 4 Super 6 playoffs as they search for their 7th title and quest to become the first team to retain the title since 2021. The host and one of the most decorated clubs in NWFL history, Rivers Angels, bring pedigree and championship experience into the Super 6. The Port Harcourt side combined attacking firepower with defensive solidity during the regular season. Their ability to handle pressure situations makes them perennial contenders whenever silverware is at stake. Another regular playoffs team, they became the first